And Phil, my loves, where are you?
We're here. We're slow clapping.
How are
just
you?
As you landed. We're good. How are you, Jamila?
Wonderful. All the better for hearing all your voices.
I'm a little bit scared as we've got an extreme tension tower, is what we're calling it.
What the
Are we? What are you on about?
a tension tower?
It rhymes
Are you
with...
being rude on the radio?
Oh, no brands.
It rhymes with Henga.
Or Benga. Generic wooden block stacking based challenge.
I wonder what that could be.
Yeah, in our run-up, because this is our penultimate typical show, we're going to be combining the Dan versus Phils, so that'll be good. We'll probably break one of our arms or something.
We may be using oven gloves to remove the blocks.
Ideal.
The shortest game ever. Yes, that's one thing that's happening in our show.
We've also got cats in burritos. That's all I'm going to say about that.
The dream combined.
As part of internet news, we're not just putting cats into burritos in the studio and eating them or anything like that.
Yeah, Peter already on the phone.
They would be, yes.
Sorry, Peter. Also,
and so, yeah,
I was going to say we've got some great music videos as well.
We do indeed.
Always.
Yeah, really good ones.
Just wonderful.
And you can call in and request songs and stuff.
Please tell us what songs you want us to play, because otherwise there aren't any songs.
Yeah.
But how do I do that?
Well, Jamila, you can call us on 03700 100 100 or text us on 81199, or you can go on the internet and tweet us at BBCR1 or leave a request on the Radio 1 Facebook page.
So many ways.
But you're not allowed.
So many ways. Between 7 and 9, Dan and Phil are on straight after the chart. But do you happen to have the album?
We do indeed. Would you like the album chart?
Yes, please.
BBC Radio 1.
The home of the official album chart. This week's top 5 albums.
A non-mover at number 5, it's George Ezra with Wanted on Voyage. Still in the top 5 after 6 weeks. It is the singer-songwriter's debut album. And as we all know, he wants wise people to like his music, like Stephen Fry. Is there anyone wiser than Stephen Fry?
Noel Edmonds.
Noel Edmonds.
Don't put me on the spot.
Okay, what?
It's a re-entry from Coldplay with Ghost Stories.
Ooh.
Frontman Chris Martin said recently he wants to go to work on Rihanna's next album, as they collaborated when she featured on the band's hit single Princess of China from Milo Zoloto back in 2011.
Fact.
That album came out in May, but the guys have been keeping themselves pretty busy writing new material, and apparently are going to get back on the road once their songs are completed.
Yay, Coldplay fans.
3.
Up 1, it is Sam Smith with In the Lonely Hour, climbing up a place on the pile of bodies that is the album chart. It is Sam Smith up to number 3. He's quite busy in America recently. He just went on Jimmy Kimmel's show to do laps with Disclosure. And, you know, America are a bit late to the party there, aren't they?
A little bit.
That was like 10 years ago, that
Always.
song.
Yeah.
Young Sam, though. Oh.
2.
It's a non-mover from Dolly Parton with Blue Smoke the Best Of.
Not going anywhere.
At her Glastonbury set, she performed classic hits like 9 to 5 and Jolene, as well as an untitled song about mud, in which Dolly Parton actually rapped, with the crowd singing the chorus of Mud, Mud, Mud.
Wow.
Dolly said she may record a studio version of Mud later this year, so look forward to that.
She should do a grime album.
Definitely.
I'd buy it.
This is the official album chart.
Number 1.
And a non-mover at number 1 in the UK album chart for the 7th week in a row. It is Ed Sheeran with Multiply.
No.
That is huge. If he does it for another 3 weeks, then he will beat Adele, which is quite impressive, just so you know. But obviously this isn't news, as today, like last week, he spoiled it for me at 2:30 on Twitter. So thanks, Ed.
Still not over that,
You
are we,
should just
Dan?
think, it's like every time he spoils it, another album chart presenter is just going to lose their job.
Well, I've got something that'll make you feel better.
Okay.
I'm about to play out as a little treat just for you guys, because I feel sad about that, and I preempted that you would.
Oh, thanks.
You're such sissies about that sort of thing. I have got a live lounge for you from Rizzle Cooks. They did it recently.
Yay.
It's their new single, Teller, and it's wonderful. So this is just for you guys.
Oh, thanks so much.
Here it is.
B.O.B. and before that, Sum 41, and you are listening to and watching Dan and Phil.
I tried to convince him it was pronounced Bob, but it didn't work.
You failed this week.
BBC
Radio
1.
Hello, everybody.
Hola.
Dan and Phil on Radio 1 for the next couple hours with our show that is all about putting you guys listening at home in control of what happens on the radio. You guys request the songs that we play. We'll be taking your calls. We'll be stalking your Twitter profiles and reading out what you say, so watch out. So don't just sit back and listen. Make sure you get involved with the show tonight. Phil, what are the many ways that people can do that?
Well, if you have an internet, you can tweet us at BBCR1 or go on the Radio 1 Facebook page to request a song, or you can get on your phone and text us on 81199 or give us a call with your beautiful voice on 03700 100 100.
Please stop flirting with them. And remember, if you go to bbc.co.uk/Radio 1 on anything with an internet connection, even your mobile, You can watch the entire show happening live on camera, where you get to see me and Phil in the studio, cat burritos and internet news, and another death-defying combination this week in Dan vs. Phil, which looks very terrifying through the live lounge window.
I'm looking at
I
it
must
now.
say. And of course, music videos that you guys at home have made to your favourite songs and then sent in to us.
Papersize made a video with the theme of doing something with your life.
That's terrible. Why would she send that in? Does eating popcorn and watching the Avengers count?
Not really. Hers involves doing a lot of skateboarding and lip syncing to AWOL Nation. Here's Kill Your Heroes on Radio 1.
AWOL Nation with Kill Your Heroes on Radio 1. Yes, I know. It turns out he doesn't just have Sail as that one song.
Yeah.
This is BBC Radio 1.
I once saw him on the Wikipedia list of one-hit wonders, but he's been removed now.
Oh, that's
so
good news.
Very happy for AWOL Nation.
I enjoyed that song.
It was a good song, wasn't it? Very angry lyrics, though. A troubled man.
Troubled.
Anyway, so me and Phil yesterday were at the big YouTube convention, because we're so cool, called Summer in the City, yesterday in London, and people are still there today in the rain. Good luck to them.
Pour them in the rain, like drowned mice. Do you reckon they're listening right now?
Well, probably not, as they're kind of busy, but who needs them, all the people that are at home and don't care, because you've got us, when we're hanging out on the internet. Although I was quite exhausted yesterday, I ate an entire large pizza to myself. But I avoided the pizza hangover this time.
How
I
did
didn't
you-
last time.
how did you avoid
well,
that?
we worked out that it was all the salt in the pizza that basically gives you a hangover. So I just drank like 19 pints of water and then didn't sleep because I kept constantly feeling like I needed to go to the toilet. So, I mean, that was in many ways worse.
Slightly too much information there. Thank you, Dan.
What about your recent times, Phil?
Well, I got a load of boxes from my parents who are moving house from the north, and I was,
childhood memory boxes.
yeah,
Okay.
I was looking through the boxes. I found this little tin, and it was rattling. Had a little look inside.
Is there
this
a
tin.
mouse in it? Okay.
No, it contained human teeth. I didn't know if this was a Dexter situation. I found some kind of evidence.
Oh, God. Just the first clue. Mum, why?
So I rang my mum. Turns out they're my teeth from
Okay.
being a child.
That's a lot more reassuring.
What? They've got pieces of my skeleton in a tin in the house. That is so weird.
Is it that weird to
Yes.
keep your kids' milk teeth?
I think that's strange.
Is it?
When you think
Okay.
about it as a piece of the skeleton.
Yes, just kind of like a piece
in
of
a
your
box.
body that's just fallen off and then they're just keeping it in a tin.
Yeah.
That is a bit creepy, isn't it?
And that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. Not teeth,
Okay.
but strange families. Why is
no.
your family weird in any way?
No, this was horrifying last time we did
Yeah.
it. I don't know. There are too many strange secrets that were unearthed.
I want more. I'm bringing it back.
It's not that weird, though. Is there anything else other than the teeth, or is that just...
I'm going with the teeth.
That's pretty strange, isn't it?
It's weird to me.
Not
So,
mentioning the cousin thing.
has your family turned their lounge into the Starship Enterprise?
Maybe your grandparents make lifelike children dolls out of marmalade and sell them on Etsy. Things like that. What are
did
your
that come
weird family? Why is your family strange? Phil, what should they do if they have something to tell us?
Tweeted with the hashtag #MyFamilyIsWeird.
So that is hashtag #MyFamilyIsWeird if you want to admit something on behalf of your family.
Yeah, you can also text us on 81199 or call us on 03700 100 100 with your story, and you can also request a song. And Dobbs Sean Nelly has text in who wants Clean Bandit with Rather Be. So here you go. Rather be clean bandit. Now let's find out why your family are weird.
So I've been searching the hashtag #MyFamilyIsWeird, and here are some of the things that you guys are admitting to that I don't think you've probably asked your family. We have one here from Alice who says, I'm 99% sure there's something hidden in our basement crawl spaces. What is a basement crawl space?
That sounds spooky. Also, it sounds like a good place for hide and seek.
That sounds like a great place to be murdered in a horror movie. Okay, we've got one here from Fallout Phil on Twitter who says, my granddad only speaks Welsh to the boys in my family and English to the girls because he thinks that the girls don't need to learn the language. Oh, granddad, that is a bit weird.
Well, until the Great Welsh War.
Yeah, I imagine, like, pass me the mashed potatoes gets a bit weird on a Sunday.
Izzy said, every time my dad sneezes, we cheer, and there's no context. We just do it now.
Congratulations, Dad. We're
like
really
that.
proud.
Actually,
You made it. You kept your soul inside. Okay.
Gaia said, What?
Okay, just read it.
My grandma keeps my umbilical cord in a jar. Now, I didn't know this was a thing, but we also had a text as well from Louise who said, my mum keeps little bits of my umbilical cord that fall out of your belly button.
Stop.
Why?
Why until this moment have I never heard of mothers keeping the umbilical cords and putting them in a jar? I mean, it's life, and it's beautiful, it's birth, but in a jar it just makes it look like a bit of a weird doctor's lounge.
I know people eat placentas, but that's like get the nourishment and stuff, but keeping the umbilical cord.
Filling you with beautiful mental images right now.
Our producer Vic looks like she's going to be sick or cry. Is that
Thanks, Gaia, and the anonymous person that texted in there. That was great. And then finally we got one here from Lisa who says, I don't know why my family is weird. Maybe that means I'm the weirdo. Probably, Lisa. Not gonna lie.
It's probably going to be the case.
That was a much better start to this discussion than I could have ever hoped for, to be honest.
Those.
That was fabulous.
The umbilical cord thing was beyond the weirdness I was expecting.
It was indeed. So if you've got any more of those, keep tweeting with hashtag #MyFamilyIsWeird or call in 03700 100 100 and we will keep coming back to those throughout the show. And now our next video kind of reminded me of the gender swapped episode of Adventure Time.
Oh, really?
You'll kind of see. This video by Sophie is like a strange alternate universe of me and Phil, complete with t-shirts and whiskers. Here is Green Day with Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Green Day, Boulevard of Broken Dreams.
Now, Becca has sent us another disturbing text to add to the list.
Joy.
Saying, my stepdad eats bones. Thankfully, she then said, not human bones. Chicken bones, etc. It's really gross to hear him crunching away.
What? Can you do that?
I don't know.
That is horrifying.
Becca, have you checked that your dad is not a hyena? Is all I'm going to say.
Okay, Phil.
Hello, Katie.
Hi.
So what is something your family does that's weird?
Well, one time, well, actually it happens all the time,
Yeah.
but I went to the supermarket with my mum, like a little while ago, and she picked up a chicken,
Right.
and she sniffed it.
What, through the packaging?
Yeah.
Why did she do that? Do you know?
I think she does it to make sure it's, like, fresh.
Okay.
Oh, right, okay.
I guess you could do that to flowers or maybe like fruit, but I'm not sure about
A chicken.
poultry.
Just
Yeah.
have a big sniff of the chicken.
Yeah.
Did you not trust the supermarket to get it right with the labels?
Yeah. Is that a little bit embarrassing when you're in the supermarket?
Yeah, because one time, just when she was doing it, just around the corner, my photography teacher walked past me.
Oh no! So you're...
And he was staring at her.
Who is this strange chicken sniffing lady?
I know.
That is pretty
As
embarrassing.
if it isn't embarrassing enough just bumping into a teacher outside of school.
Yeah.
At least he didn't pap you. I guess he could have done that.
You could have done that. Very weird. That is very weird.
Definitely.
But at least she's health conscious and makes sure you want the freshest of chickens.
Yes.
So, yeah, that is definitely a new request. What would you like to listen to?
Can I have Magic by Coldplay, please?
Yes, you can. Do you want to dedicate this to anyone?
Can I dedicate it to my mum,
Yeah.
my dad,
Yeah.
and my sister Chloe?
This goes out to your mum, dad, and sister Chloe. Thank you very much. Internet news is coming up, so don't go anywhere. Stay right here.
Okay.
play Sac Magique.
Way to bring that back out of nowhere.
Everyone.
Wow.
Was that Tots TV?
It was, wasn't it?
Why is that in my
Sac
brain?
Magique.
Shh, Tilly, it's a secret.
I have no idea what you're on about.
Get to bbc.co.uk/Radio 1 now to watch the Dan and Phil show on Radio 1.
Now it's time for a Neapolitan of burritos, fingernails, and Katy Perry. This
Right.
is the Mobo Award-winning Internet News.
This is the Internet News.
Try my luck now. Internet News.
There is no denying that a lot of people on Earth like burritos, and you can also not argue that quite a lot of people out there like cats. So if you combine the two, you are obviously pretty much guaranteed a viral craze. In case you haven't been on Facebook this week, here is what you've missed. Burritos. Cats wrapped up in towels to look like burritos.
Amazing.
There we go. Just magical right there.
They look so happy to be burritos.
Nice meme. Got the little impact font there. They know what they're doing, don't they?
They know what they're doing.
Nice. I like that about Facebook. Whenever you think, oh, cheeseburger, that was like 5 years ago. Someone on Facebook that doesn't go on the internet much will have seen that for the first time.
They'll bring it
Thank you,
back.
Facebook, for keeping all the memes fresh.
Can I just confirm they were just blankets wrapped around the cats? They weren't actually food
No,
products.
don't microwave your cats.
Internet news. Some people like to paint their nails, and some people like to bite their nails. But not many people like to use figures from model train sets to create English country scenes on the end of their nails.
Wow.
Well, that's exactly what artist Alice Bartlett has done in an experiment that would definitely make picking her nose a lot more interesting.
Okay, for anyone that can't see, there is like a little felt on her fingers, and there's tiny little people just like doing little quirky people things on her fingernails. This got me thinking, those guys that kind of paint Warhammer figures in their spare time, and then there's the ones that, actually go to Game Workshop and then build the sets.
Yes.
Which is what I used to do with the Lord of the Rings Warhammer. I've been thinking, what's the girl equivalent of that? It's that. It's like, what are you doing? I'm buying little felt. What's it for? My fingernails.
Are you saying a boy can't have felt gardens on his fingernails?
You can do whatever you want with felt these days.
I'd be up for that.
Take it to the next level.
It'd make picking your nose a lot smoother, I think, if you've got a little lawn on your fingertip.
Well, you do that, and please put a video of it on the internet, Phil.
Internet news.
Katy Perry is a woman of many talents, as we all know, but until recently, her power to stop infants from crying has been ignored. However, a video posted to the internet with over 15 million views shows an infant transformed from crying into a raving, smiley baby just from hearing Dark Horse. Here is the clip for all of you.
Okay, this baby is not happy at all.
Sad baby in car, clearly very distressed. She's literally shaking her limbs. The face is like, oh no, this is happening right now.
This baby's got better moves
Look
than
at it.
me.
It knows when the beat's gonna drop. Look, it's like, okay.
Waiting for it. Here we go.
Okay, the baby is laughing, it is shaking. Wow.
The baby has never been happier.
It can literally dance just as good as Katy Perry, I think. Maybe a bit better. Wow.
Definitely better than me.
That was absolutely inspirational.
And that was the internet news.
Indeed.
The Internet News.
And now we have got a video from Charlotte and Dana where they do some graffiti on the floor, all in the name of Dan and Phil on Radio 1. This is their video to Fall Out Boy with I Don't Care. Thank you very much, Charlotte and Dana, for this one.
Dan and Phil on BBC Radio 1.
That was Fall Out Boy with I Don't Care. Thank you, Charlotte and Dana, for writing with chalk on the floor there. On the subject of why people's families are weird, I thought of another one, Phil.
Oh, really?
So my dad, for some reason, likes to collect ceremonial weapons. And instead of building, and instead of making a display cabinet for them, he decided he was going to nail all of them to the wall in our hallway just in front of our front door and hang some from the ceiling. So just in case anyone tried to burgle us, they'd thought we'd be terrifying people that just like to collect axes and stuff like that.
I think if I was visiting, I'd be terrified by ceremonial weapons.
I look back and I'm like, as a 5-year-old, was it safe to have a giant axe dangling around? Yeah, that was fine.
Probably not.
They all had the efficiency of a spoon, but it was quite terrifying.
Well, we're going to be reading more of those out with
I think.
hashtag #MyFamilyIsWeird. Now
Absolutely.
we've got some of the Vamps. Can We Dance? For Sarah on Facebook.
Champs, Can We Dance for Sarah on Facebook. So we are perusing the hashtag #MyFamilyIsWeird and also reading the text 81199 that people have been sending in. Have you got some?
Got some great texts.
Okay.
Molly in Lincoln said, "My dad shouts, McGovern's assemble whenever we leave the house as a family."
Oh no.
Is that like the Smart Price Avengers assemble, do you reckon? I hope they've all got their own superpowers.
Okay.
Josh in Devon said, "My family is pretty normal at home, but as soon as guests come to visit, they turn into Downton Abbey characters. They've got special curtains and pillows, and they even put on fake posh voices."
Special curtains. Who puts up the special curtains?
Josh's
Really?
family.
Okay.
Zach has sent in a very strange one. "My mum has genuinely made up a Christmas pants fairy who buys us pants each year. We have to put them on our head. I'm now 30 years old. What have you done to me, Mum?"
Maybe it's time to move out. I don't know.
What about-
Just never. You move to Zimbabwe and never speak to the family again.
What's going on
Pidgey
on Twitter?
on Twitter said, "My mum has a shrine under her bed for Cabbage Patch dolls that she collects."
Weird.
That's nice. Katie says that her mum found a mouse in the shed and has now decided to keep it in a box and call it Nigel. That's good. Possibly filled with horrifying diseases. And Loco said that once her family lost her at the mall, but instead of searching for her, presumed that she'd be fine and just went home.
What? So I she'll make her own way
Okay,
back.
I'd like to think that she's at least like 15 for that to happen. It's like, where's she go? She's probably out with her friends.
Getting lost in a shopping centre still gives you that childhood fear.
Hey, you're the guy that got lost in a shopping mall in Florida like 2 years ago and
I
had to
know.
have the intercom
I had to do
announce
the
it in
intercom
front of
thing.
everybody. How embarrassing was that?
So embarrassing.
Okay, but now we have a hilarious video from Chris and his friends who dressed him up as Taylor Swift for a spoof, all in the name of charity. It looks like a very convincing Hayley Williams in the bright orange wig. All I know is I'm sexually confused. Here is their video to Taylor Swift. "We are never ever getting back together." Taylor Swift.
Dan and Phil on BBC Radio 1.
Even more bizarre text. Emily said, "In my family, one of my cousins loves chocolate.
Okay.
She loves chocolate, but she won't eat it on Wednesdays, and no one knows why." That's strange.
She literally smacked my hand away when I tried to give her a bar one Wednesday. That is weird.
That is weird. It must be like my family's superstition of don't cut your fingernails on a Sunday.
What?
If you can't cut your fingernails on a Sunday, sometimes
Or what?
I have to look
Or
at my
you'll
calendar.
die. What is it?
I don't know. Yeah, you'll die.
Wow.
That's the fear that's been put into me.
Okay.
Also,
No, just mean, God forbid if I put a pair of new shoes on the table around Phil, he will flip out.
yeah. Also, Essie said, "Hi, Dan and Phil. My granddad used to projectile spit his false teeth out at me and my sister as children. I'm still traumatized."
It's like a 4D llama. Oh no. Okay.
And we've got someone on the line now who probably can be all of that. It's Sam.
Hi.
Hello, Sam. So all I know is your family has some kind of special talent. Can you take us back to the start of this story?
Well, me and my family, I don't really know how long it's been going on for, but when I was about 8, I was told that we all knew how to sing "How Much Is That Doggy in the Window" backwards,
What?
and then I had to learn it,
Okay.
and then I learned it.
Can we please have a rendition of "How Much Is That Doggy in the Window" backwards?
Okay.
Okay.
Window the in doggies that is much how. Tell Waggly there with one there. Window the in doggies that is much how. Tell 4 doggies that hope do I.
My mouth is just hanging open right now. That was insane!
What just happened?
What can you use that talent for?
Britain's Got Talent. Just do it, sail it all the way to the finals, and then cash in. Seriously, you could go on
Yeah, I think-
cruises
I
with
think we
that.
should.
They could just announce you, and then you can come on, do that, and then everyone just be like, "Yeah, that was worth 25 quid." I
Yeah.
think so. Wow.
That was incredible. That actually
Yeah,
blew my mind.
I was just told that I had to learn it, so then I did.
Wow.
To become part
And then-
of the family, that's what you had to do to be
Yeah,
initiated.
it's an
Wow.
initiation test, yeah.
See, I wish my parents had given me some crazy, amazing skills like that when I was a young kid. Like
Yeah.
piano playing, "How Much Is That Doggy in the Window" backwards. It's
All
all
the
there.
typical stuff.
Just, you know, the general stuff.
Okay, well, that's my favourite thing I think we've ever had on this show. So
Literally
you
in my entire
Yay.
life.
definitely earn a request. What would you like to listen to?
Don't Stop Moving by F Club 7.
You're the best caller ever. Okay.
Nice choice.
You can have that. What do you want to dedicate this to?
Can I dedicate to Laura on Twitter and my friend Emma?
This goes out to Laura and Emma.
Thank you.
Okay, I love you guys. Thank you.
Thanks. I had to learn a dance routine to this once in Stagecoach when I was 10.
You should do some now.
Horrifying memories. No. beep, 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 beep. Tune, TBH. I remember I was 9 when that happened, and because S Club were like at their peak at this point.
Yeah.
So I chose to do that for my dance test that I had to do, and I hated it. And then I had to do a singing test, and I chose to do Never Had a Dream Come True. But I was too scared because you had to do it in front of a room full of people, so I just got a fail grade.
You didn't do it at all?
Even though I just spent all of my weekend just, sat in front of the mirror, just practicing my S Club Never Had a Dream Come True, I was just like, nope, not happening.
Did you just stand in silence then run away?
No, I just went like, no, to the teacher, and she was like, I know, it's okay, I'll just won't read your name out.
Oh.
That would have been the worst moment of my life. Oh, S Club.
I see into your soul, Doctor. I see beauty. I see divinity. I see hatred.
The new Doctor lands August 23rd on BBC One and BBC One HD.
That was intense.
That was out of nowhere, wasn't it?
Hatred!
I wasn't ready for Daleks.
I was not ready. We were like, what? What? I'm so excited for Doctor Who. Anyway,
Indeed.
beautiful video alert now. It doesn't feature any Daleks, unfortunately, but if you need to feel relaxed, this is the video for you. So get on the website, bbc.co.uk/Radio 1. We've got seaside scenes, an actual laughing seal.
A black and white spotted laughing seal, which I don't think I've ever seen before.
Looks kind of rare.
Fun nature.
And also an actual real-life manta ray. Here's Wires with Sleeping at Last. Sleeping at Last, Wires. I always thought the little dots at the top of a stingray's mouth was its eyes, so it had a really cute smiley face.
Yeah, like a little anime permanently happy face.
Turns out it's their gill slits.
No, yep, that's the way they breathe.
No.
I think it was weird that its like eyes were flaring every time it moved around.
I thought they were cute, but now they just confuse
Never
me.
compliment someo's gill slits when it's actually their eyes. That'd just be really awkward, to be honest. Anyway, now we're going to talk about something that's happening on our show.
Dan versus Phil.
It is time for the Dan vs. Phil challenge, where for the last few weeks we have been combining some of our favourite of the past challenges to make one more extreme or generally impossible one. Last week we combined standing on one leg with blind man's buff, which nearly ended in horrible injury. This week we've taken a crowd favourite, which is giant block removing tower. You know what I'm talking about? Rhymes with Benga.
Tension tower.
Yep, that thing. But we're going to do it wearing oven gloves. Haven't thought it through. Is that possible?
I think this is going to be impossible, and the whole 7-minute Dan versus Phil is going to last about 20 seconds.
I think this is going to be over in literally 15 seconds.
You can go
What are we
first.
going to do for the next, 6 minutes?
Just sit and cry.
Think about that afterwards. Okay, so that's happening live on camera on the Radio One website right now if you're interested. But here for your ears is Ed Sheeran with Don't.
BBC.
BBC.
Radio.
BBC Radio 1.
Dan versus Phil.
BBC Radio 1.
That was Jay-Z and Justin with Holy Grail, and the people on the website just saw us playing, what's the generic?
Tension Tower.
Not Benga, with oven gloves, and that was very difficult.
That was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
That was possibly the most terrifying thing I've ever done in my entire life. Would you agree?
I would agree.
Well, we will formally reveal the winner of the Dan vs. Phil challenge next, but now we have a video with emotional angst in a seaside town thanks to Lauren, as a boy seems to regret breaking up with his girlfriend. Will they get back together? Will they be swept away by a tide? Who knows? Let's listen to Bastille while we find out.
Bastille, Oblivion, with a video that was better than that Oblivion...
That was almost a sentence.
That was almost
It's
a
okay.
sentence.
We've been doing this for 78 weeks.
I was about to insult Tom Cruise, so I think he got into my brain.
Better than the Tom Cruise movie.
Yes.
But then Scientology were like, no, stop! Don't offend them.
They weren't really. Anyway, it's now time to reveal the winner of Dan vs. Phil. Kirsten!
Hey.
Hello. You have a lot of weight on your shoulders right now. How's it feel?
Not as much weight as Phil did a minute ago. Spoilers.
Lol.
Feels alright.
Do you feel prepared?
Yeah, a little bit, but my mum's like next to me just waiting till I muck up or something.
Can we have...
Mum, be supportive.
Can we have a loud animal noise from your mum?
Go on, Mum.
Whoa, she is. She's ferocious.
Wow.
Okay. Would you like to reveal the winner of Dan vs. Phil, even though we already know?
Yes, can I have a drum roll, please?
You may indeed.
Go for it.
No.
We can't hear you.
Winner of Dan vs. Phil is... Dan!
Yeah!
Well done.
Oh, how do you feel, Phil?
I would say don't stack two lots of giant Jenga. Oops, I said it.
Oh, we've...
I'm sorry. I need to be
There's
fired.
so many references to it. Right now.
There are other block games available. Yeah, don't let them fall on your face.
Phil isn't very good at them, apparently, as well, either.
I'm not very good. I'm too heavy-handed with everything,
Well,
especially
anyway,
when I'm
thanks,
wearing
Kirsten.
oven gloves. Thank you, Kirsten. That was some great announcing. Now you can request a song.
Yeah, can I have 5 seconds of summer, please?
You can. Which song? She looks so perfect.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm psychic. Do
Can
you
I
want to
quickly
dedicate this?
dedicate it to my mum for, like, letting me put on the TV, and also for my cool niece.
Of course. Can we introduce it with another roar from your mum?
Go ahead, Mum.
Mum? Perfect.
Wow.
Thanks very much.
Okay.
Here she looks so perfect. 5 seconds of summer.
5 Seconds of Summer, she looks so perfect.
You told me that you have a riveting fact about our next song, Phil.
I do. It was voted of having the most ridiculous lyric of all time, the one that makes no sense.
Really? A reader poll? Well, this next video comes from Kelsey Jessis, Lily and Olivia, which tells the story of a depressed girl who finds meaning for her life when she meets an alien who teaches her how to dance. Yep, this is The Killers with Human on Radio 1.
Are we human or are we dancer?
That's the thing.
A cowboy having an emotional moment with an alien is like Brokeback Mountain 2. Human, The Killers. Now we've got something very exciting to talk about.
BBC Radio 1's Teen Awards.
Stop.
What?
Everything. Okay, right. We do have something exciting to talk about. The Teen Awards are back this year at Wembley Arena on Sunday, the 19th of October. Do you remember last year? Had some good times.
Taylor Swift.
It made Perry from Little Mix hate us when she ate a baby white flavoured jelly bean.
Taylor Swift.
And we met Taylor Swift, didn't we?
Just having
The
flashbacks.
second time. She's actually taller than us when she wears high heels. It's very terrifying.
Yeah.
Like a beautiful praying mantis. That's what she looked like.
I'm sure she'd appreciate that description.
And we did beautiful self-portraits of each other.
We did. Have you still got that picture?
Yeah, I do, although I don't know if we'll be allowed to do that again this year due to the restraining order. But something as well as that, we will be this year announcing the star-studded lineup of who will be performing very soon, as well as telling you guys at home how you can get tickets to it and actually vote on the Teen Awards themselves. But of course, there is the most important award of the night, which is the Teen Hero Award. Every year at the Teen Awards, Radio 1 presents 3 inspirational young people with a Teen Hero Award, which celebrates inspirational teenagers who have acted selflessly to help others. And each year, everybody is just completely blown away by their stories, and me and Phil are actually going to be involved in some way.
In some way.
You'll find out about that soon, but here is the story from one of the previous teen heroes, Alec.
BBC Radio 1's Teen Heroes.
My name is Alec, and I was awarded a Teen Hero Award in 2011. I was nominated by a variety of people for numerous fundraising events while undergoing cancer treatment. I did a 24-hour gaming relay, and I was doing stalls at local markets selling stuff at pocket money prices. Being a part of the Teen Awards was a unique experience. I felt a bit scared when I went out on the stage, but afterwards I felt proud.
Make some noise for our teen hero!
There are teen heroes all around the UK. I know I'm not the only one. If you know someone brave, or selfless, or inspirational, who you think deserves a Teen Award, go and nominate them now. Go straight to the Radio 1 homepage and click on the link to Teen Hero.
Thank you very much, Alec. Well, this is where you come in now. We are looking for our new teen heroes, and we need your help. It might not necessarily be someone that thinks they are extraordinarily
They might
special,
not think that what they've done is very spectacular.
but this is your chance to tell them. Perhaps they've done something really brave, or they've done something that's truly inspiring, or perhaps they've just given up loads of free time to help out the community, a charity, or someone in need. They could be a brother, a sister, a carer, or a fundraiser, or just a great friend. As long as they've done something truly out of the ordinary or completely selfless, you can tell us. And they've got to be aged between 12 and 17 years and live in the UK. And we want to celebrate them.
If you know somebody that you would like to nominate for a Teen Heroes Award, it's really simple. All you have to do is go to bbc.co.uk/Radio 1 and then click on the giant Teen Awards banner that you should see there, and then the Teen Heroes link. Just tell us who they are and what the amazing achievement that they have done, and then we will do all of the work from there. The closing date for nominations is Sunday, the 17th of August. So you guys have to get nominating right now for that, and the winners will be revealed on Monday, the 13th of October, and all the details and terms and conditions will be on the Radio 1 website. So all of you guys, get nominating.
BBC Radio 1's Teen Awards.
Do it. Now, do you ever want to visit the mountains of North Carolina without leaving your sofa?
Yes, Phil. At uni, one of the guys that was in my apartment was from North Carolina.
Oh, really?
He was that one that ate somebody's stir-fry and then lied about it.
Well,
not a very good representation of North Carolina, probably.
No. Well, Liza will take you on that journey right now, as here is Passion Pit with Take a Walk.
Probably a lot more impressive.
Yeah.
North Carolina. Let's see. Passion Pit, Take a Walk. Thank you for the extremely beautiful video there, Liza. Indeed.
Looking at the text for more of your family weirdness, Annabelle Armour said, one day I went shopping with my grandparents and we lost my granddad. We found someone who looked like him, but instead of talking to him, my grandma walked up to it behind him and sniffed his shoulder. My life officially ended then. More strange sniffing.
I'd like to think that grandparents can recognise each other by scent.
By the scent.
Specifically the shoulder area.
Q has texted in and said, my mum named her boobs and went around telling everyone. Doesn't say what the names were, though.
No, Phil. That's an emoji. She's put :Q.
Oh, she's not called Q.
You know, I think that represents the face that she pulled when her mum was talking about the names that she gave to her boobs. In front of everybody.
Okay. Chelsea in Manchester said, my mum tried to sell me on eBay once and then laughed because no one wanted me. Oh, I'd put a bid in for 2 pence.
That's kind of sad.
5 pence?
I don't know. I mean, it has to at least be 1p, doesn't it? You think she'd do that?
And Jess is on her way back to Shrewsbury from Blackpool and said, at Christmas, me and my family all wear a fake stick-on moustache while we're having our Christmas dinner.
Isn't that annoying? They just get like bits of turkey stuck in it or something like that.
Maybe that's the joy of Christmas. Anyway, Tiffy, hello.
Hi.
Did I say your name right?
Yeah, it's Tiffy.
Tiffy, like Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Pokemon.
Tiffy.
Exactly like Beyonce, that's it.
Just get rid of your last name and call yourself Tiffy.
Exactly. When I'm famous, I will remember you, and I'll dedicate my Emmy Award to Dan and Phil.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much.
That's such an honour. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so have you got a tale of why your family is weird?
Oh my goodness, yes. Okay, so you know how like all families have that standard cringy family photo?
Yep.
Yeah, where you like dress up in your best clothes and do the, oh gosh.
I've had one of those.
It makes me cringe attack.
Yeah.
Well, we had one, and obviously it went on like the centre of our wall in our living room.
Okay.
And obviously one day my dad came back and he was like, I have a surprise for everyone.
Right.
We walked back into the living room and he had replaced the family photo with a giant selfie of himself.
With a giant selfie? What?
Yes.
How big is this? Is it big?
Very big. It's bigger than the family photo.
That's crazy.
What was this selfie? Was it just like a random front camera photo of his face or something?
Yeah, and he's just in a suit in a garden somewhere, and it's just...
In a suit outside. Wow, that just added so much to the image in my head. Wow. Then how long was that up there for?
It's been up for like a year now. It's not going anywhere.
That must be a weird thing to
The
look
rest of the
at.
family debated. They're just like, that's where Dad keeps his selfie.
Yeah, it's really, really odd.
That's a pretty weird thing to look at while you're eating your cereal. That's definitely earned your request.
I think so.
What would you like to listen
thank
to,
you.
Tiffy?
Gold Digger by Kanye West.
Nice.
You can have that. Here is Kanye West.
Can I quickly say something?
Yes.
Go for it.
How rude of you,
Right.
Phil.
I'm sorry.
I love both of you so much from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, wow.
Thanks.
I don't know what to say. I know you're going to be rich in the future, like you said, so
Yeah.
I'll stay on your good side.
Okay, if you're going to win an Emmy, then that's great. Thanks, Tiffy. Thanks for
welcome.
calling. Good luck with your selfie. Here's Kanye. Kanye, Gold Digger.
Dan and Phil, they escaped from the internet and climbed into your ears.
Try not to hyperventilate, Phil.
I won't hyperventilate. Alid and Molly from the Saturdays are here.
Hi, guys. How are you both?
All very good. Oh, actually, no, we're going to swap because I think Phil and Molly always look good together.
Oh,
so
do you?
I'll go
Us too. Yes,
There you
we
go.
do.
Back together again.
Back together, reunited.
Molly, we still haven't moved in with each other yet.
I know. When are you actually going to do this?
I don't know.
I am waiting there with my bag packed.
I know, I've been looking out the window looking for you, just waiting and crying as the rain trickles down.
Nice to know that, like, one awkward moment from, like, a year ago is still keeping it going.
Of course.
So what are you guys up to tonight?
Well, we've got an open surgery tonight, so we're also talking a little bit about teen heroes, but anything that's on your mind, Molly is especially good with relationships, so anything that's on your mind, you can give us a call, and we are there to help.
Yes,
Brilliant. What would you do, Molly, if you thought that a boyfriend was paying more attention to a cactus than you?
Wow, a cactus,
Yeah.
really?
A unique problem.
Yeah, a problem I have all the time, yeah. I think I'd have to call it quits, guys.
Really?
I mean, come on, a cactus.
Yeah, it's a little bit far,
It's
isn't
a
it?
bit sharp.
Even if it was an expensive cactus, it's just, you know, priorities.
I know.
Priorities.
Good advice. Well, what
Yeah.
numbers can people call to get in touch?
For that kind of advice, 03700 100 100, or you can text us now on 81199.
Awesome. Well, don't call in for us anymore. They now belong to Alid and Molly with the surgery. Good luck with the show, guys.
Thanks,
Thank you
guys.
very much.
See you later.
See, I start talking about cactuses when I get flustered.
Just, I mean, every single time it just gets...
I'm sorry.
But that's fine. Don't go anywhere, as we'll be laughing at stories of your friends and family's technical failure. And sorry, I don't know how to internet next. But now let's listen to some Sky Ferreira as Tara clutches a headless mannequin. Hey, Phil, what would you call her if she was encased in a dome of chocolate?
I don't know.
A Sky Ferreira Rocher.
That was terrible.
It's the worst thing I've ever done in my entire life.
That was like from a Top of the Pops Christmas cracker set. Anyway, we've had a text that says, Phil, it's not cactuses, it's cacti. You try talking to Molly from the Saturdays about cacti.
With getting your things right.
Yeah.
Indeed. Well, now it's time to go from real-life embarrassment to ones that have happened in your house via the internet as we laugh at your friends and family just being confused by the, you know, quite advanced technology we have to deal with these days that you have sent in, read out by the erotic tones of Radio 1's Greg James. This is Sorry, I Don't Know How to Internet.
Internet? Isn't that a misplaced tennis serve in Yorkshire?
I don't get all this facial book.
The World Wide what?
Sorry, I don't know how to internet.
Our first technological disaster comes from Victoria.
I had to help my mum on eBay because she accidentally bid £1,299 on a £12.99 purse.
Oh no.
Thankfully, I cancelled it in time.
£1,299.
Wow, imagine being the person selling it.
I bet, yeah, there's some person with a stool in Camden, aren't they? They're just like, finally,
It's
they're
happening.
believing my knockoffs. Yeah, I'm very glad that you did that.
My cousin, Alex, once bought a boat on eBay.
What?
When he was about 9 years old.
What?
On my Auntie Rosie's credit card. It was on eBay. Just press buy a boat.
For how much?
£100,000.
100. They didn't actually buy it, did they?
They didn't receive the boat. There was a few awkward conversations with the website saying,
Have you ever actually won an eBay item and then tried to convince the person to give you the money back? So it's an awkward thing, isn't it?
Very
Terrible.
awkward.
I know how you feel, Victoria. Our next one comes from Ciara.
My mum is adamant that Tumblr is an illegal book downloading site.
What?
I'm not sure how she got that into her head, but whenever I'm on Tumblr, she asks what book I'm downloading and often says, oh, I must upload a book to that Tumblr thing.
Oh, those text posts. Look, you know, fan fiction isn't technically published, is it? So that's just wrong, although, you know, technically 50 Shades of Grey was a Twilight fan fiction.
True.
So maybe your mum is right, Ciara.
Maybe.
I think so. That's the moral there.
I would not let my mum loose on Tumblr unsupervised.
You would let your mum on it unsupervised?
No.
I think she's old enough to make her own decisions.
I guess. I just think she's too innocent to see some of the things I see on
We
there.
all know the kind of things that could pop up. I would not go on Tumblr in the kitchen with my family.
Our next story comes from Inga.
My grandfather still uses a Nokia 3310. That is all.
Maybe she wants it to play Snake on. It was the best game.
Wow. How can he still have it? I mean,
still
they
work.
can't be destroyed, can they?
No, I think when the world ends, the last thing we will see is a 3310.
Like, after the inevitable nuclear war, when the planet implodes, all that will be left floating through space will just be Nokia 3310s. And then in 10,000 years, an alien will find it, and they'll be like, this is the last trace of the intriguing race that was humanity. And then they'll load it up, they'll play Space Impact, and they'll be like, they foretold everything. It's written. It's written in the object. I don't know where I went with that.
Damn, that goes so deep.
Next one's from Makala.
Last night, I was at the shops when my mum called me to tell me she'd broken my computer.
Oh, no.
I rushed home immediately, but it turned out she'd just unplugged it.
Oh.
You can't do that to someone, can you?
You can't. That would be such a terrifying moment. Though I do have so many wires, I never know what's plugged in. Sometimes I even plug an extension into an extension into an extension, which is not recommended by fire safety professionals.
It wouldn't indeed, but that's just terrifying, isn't it? It's like saying there's something wrong with your baby, and then you find out they're just having a bit of fun puking up everywhere.
Yeah.
Man, that was mean, Makala.
I wouldn't compare a computer to a baby, but I understand where you're going with that.
To some people.
Our next story comes from Senna.
I was on the Radio Times website the other day, and I found this under the Dan and Phil show section.
Okay.
Dan Carter and Phil Taggart present live from the Radio 1 Academy in Glasgow.
What?
Who the hell are Dan Carter and Phil Taggart?
Okay, thank you, Radio Times, for getting our names wrong on the website. That's really great. 78th week.
Yeah,
I mean, that wasn't that long ago, was it, Glasgow? Just so you know, Dan Carter and Phil Taggart are two real people. They are other Radio 1 DJs, Daniel P. Carter from The Rock Show and Phil Taggart from Phallus in the evenings.
I do look quite similar to Phil Taggart. I've got my swoopy fringe going on.
You look the same. I feel like I have more emotionally in common with Daniel P. Carter, though. You know, like System of a Down, seriousness. His son watches my YouTube videos. It's in the blood.
Do you think they'd enjoy doing our show?
What, them doing our show? I think they'd really enjoy block stacking.
They would embrace a sleeping caterpillar race.
They would indeed. And also, you know, kitten burritos. I can see that. It's a nice mental image. But wrong Radio Time.
It's the new double act. Just wait for the announcement.
Okay.
It's coming soon. That was Sorry, I Don't Know How to Internet.
If you have any stories that you think are like those and you'd like to send them in to us, all you have to do is email your funny story of technological embarrassment to danandphil@bbc.co.uk, and if you have pictures or videos, that would be fab. But now...
we have one of our most psychedelic videos of all time, thanks to Lucy. Here's Alesso with Years.
BBC Radio 1.
Alesso Years. Speaking of people that make music like Alesso, there is something that one of you guys might want to grab while it's still available. The highlights of Radio 1's Ibiza Dance Party on TV tonight at 9 p.m. is the last time it is going to be on. So if you want to watch that, stick the telly on BBC One and press the red button, choose Radio 1 in Ibiza, and then you can watch all the action that happened last weekend. The final time.
That red button is so clever. Just does so many things. Just one little button.
Just like, you know, Slowpoke meme, you feel coming from 2007. That red button, that's all right, isn't it? It's quite cool on the TV that, you know, there is the internet.
Okay.
You do have, like, Netflix on your computer and stuff now.
Let's talk about a music video.
Okay.
It's a really cute paper animation now from Victoria, set to local natives. Hopefully you didn't get too many paper cuts making this, as I would.
I once got a cardboard cut.
What?
Did you know that?
No.
Horrifying, and nearly cut my arm off. Imagine it. It was like a corrugated shape in my arm.
Ooh. Gave me a cringe tap. Here is Black Balloon.
And now, you can all shank Sinead on Twitter for requesting this. This is Shaggy, It Wasn't Me, on Radio 1.
Amazing.
Shaggy. It wasn't me. Thank you for everybody who got involved in the show tonight for sending in their why their families are weird stories. Is it making you feel a bit weird about the teeth?
The umbilical cord stories made me feel
Does that
happy
take the
about
prize,
everything.
in your opinion?
Yeah.
Okay, please do not keep any body parts in jars. It just makes Phil feel a bit weird. Me and Phil aren't going to be here next week. It is going to be Scott Mills and Chris Stark taking your requests, and Alid and Molly from the Saturdays will be up with the surgery afterwards. And tomorrow, do you realise that it's going to be our last ever Sunday night show?
Well, not tomorrow, but in
afterwards,
2
yeah.
weeks.
Do you feel emotional?
I feel emotional. I think we should have some kind of party that culminates everything that we've ever done on a Sunday night.
Should we try to make the most extreme Dan versus Phil challenge ever?
Let's do it.
Let's see what happens. But now let's thank everyone that got involved in the show. Thank you to Lauren,
and Dia,
and Paparizzi,
Sophie,
and Charlotte,
Dana,
and Chris,
Laurel,
and Lauren,
Kelsey,
and Jessica,
Lily,
and Olivia,
Liza,
and Tara,
Lucy,
and Victoria,
Kiara,
and Inga,
Markella,
and Sana, and
Dabs,
Casey,
Sarah,
Sam,
Kristen,
and Kristen's mum,
Tiffany,
Shanad,
and Adam.
And finally requested by Adam on Facebook, here is Twin Atlantic, Brothers and Sisters.